Hello everybody and welcome back to Balarke Farms. You join me in April. So it's time to get the parsnips in. So we're going to get on with drilling the parsnips this month. And then we can get the field rolled. And we can get the corn in as well. So what we'll do, we'll quickly run around, get the parsnips chucked in. And then we'll go down to that big field and we'll get some corn planted. I've just been, the big chicken shed has done 2 pallets, I say overnight, but you know what I mean, over the month. So we've now got a nice steady stream of eggs coming in. I've also had a look into the manure pit down at the cow pen, where are we, down here, and I've been advised to delete the old pen and put a new one in, and then that should work. As you can see, just started working. So now we have got manure we can spread on the fields for fertilizer. So we'll keep this going now, and we'll make sure we keep it topped up with straw, and then that way we can have plenty of manure to spread on the fields as free fertilizer. So normally it says there's 39,000 litres there, but I have no idea where the 35,000 litres are. I've tried scooping in there with the telehandler bucket as suggested online. I've tried going in here, click and refill, and I cannot get it to work. So, bit annoying. We swapped the pits over. I built just one of the standard ones, sold the other pit, and it seems to be working. So, at least this way we're going to have a bit of free fertiliser. Other jobs we've got to do this month is we've got to spray all the fields we did last month with herbicide. Keep on top of the weeds so we don't have too many. We also got to spray quite a few fields with fertiliser as well, so it's going to be a bit spray heavy. So I might even get a worker after I've drilled this field to start spraying some of the other fields for me, and then I'll take over once I've got all the drilling and planting done. But for now, we are getting this drilled in, and then we can head on to spraying, which I'll see you shortly. Right, so that is the parsnips all put in. So that didn't take too long at all, really. So we're going to get the roller set up in this field. That field started to do what the grass field's done, and certain bits of the field are not letting me do anything with it, which is a bit annoying, but It's not the end of the world. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this back to the yard now. Got the workers set up on rolling that field. We'll take this back and we'll go pick up the planter, ready to do some corn. So we can bring it back here and we can get this field drilled with some corn. So I might as well get the 996 off it into the first field, which I think half of it is, so the potato bit isn't fertilised, but the other half, which we put the sunflowers in, is. So we'll get a worker to spray fertiliser first on that field. Come up here, spray fertiliser down here. By that time I might be done planting, and then we'll spray a load of herbicide and get all of our fields up to scratch. So I'll nip this back to the yard now. I'll set the 996 going, and then I'll put the planter on, and I'll see you over at the cornfield. So here we are in the field. So we are now planting our corn with the Case tractor. So it might take a little bit of time, and if we get a bit strapped or we think we can get something else done, so we'll move the 996 to the next field. But I want to use some of the manure what we've got. So we've only got 5,000 litres, but I want to spread that on the final field because we might as well use a bit of free fertiliser. So if the 996 gets done, I'll jump in the Renault and we'll get some spreading done. So, but for now, I'm going to carry on, get this field planted, and then I would imagine I'm going to have to fill it up with some fertiliser soon because I don't think it'll go all the way across. So I'm going to do a series of loops, and hopefully, a bit like this, we'll go up, we'll go back down, and I'll do some series of loops, and hopefully it's quicker than up, down, and turn around. But let's find out. So I've just been sat here thinking, well, sat here, working hard, planting this field. I'm wondering if we split this field down the middle as well and do corn this side, and we do soybeans this side, because we haven't done soybeans yet, and the split works really nicely on that field. And then we've got loads of little fields that are easier to manage. I'm thinking, let's go into construction. So as you can see, I've done a very, very straight line there. But I'm wondering if we just take a thing straight down the middle, and then we can have two fields, and we can do soybeans one side, and we'll do corn the other side. So let's see if I can get this working. So I don't want to take too much up, but I want to make it a bit of a pronounced separation. I think we're about there, and if I can keep that straight, or straight-ish, I think that's going to be a lovely split down this field. And then we can have two different crops in a smaller field again, so hopefully we can stagger them as well. I will just check what time soybeans can go in and what time they harvest. It'll help also we're not so busy in 1 month, but we also can have a load of different crops and work out what is more profitable. So I'll quickly buzz down here and get this done, and then I'll see you guys when we start planting again. There we are, there's a split, so it's pretty much nearly perfect. There's a couple of places it just run off, but as you can see, we now have a dividing line, so we can have corn this side and my beautiful straight planting, and then we can do soybeans this side. So let's just go check on when we can actually put soybeans in. I think it's this month as well. So yeah, soybeans is this month, and then that would be October harvest. So let's look at corn. So yeah, corn is the same. So what we'll do is we'll stagger it. We'll put corn in this month. Next month we'll put soybeans in, which then would take us onto the second one, and then that means we've got some harvesting in November, because the parsnips are going to be, we put them in here, so they're going to be August hopefully, so they're going to be a bit more. Peas should be July, so then we've got July, August. We've also got some barley or wheat in, I can't remember, so that should then be July, June, July. So then we sort of fill in all our months with harvesting, so we're not in between jobs each month. We will actually have a set job to do every month of harvesting, which will break it up a bit nicer. So we're going to get this line planted, and then from there we will get this done, we'll get it rolled, and then we'll move on into May, and then we can do the soybeans in a different month. Really break jobs up, and then it'll give us jobs, like say, each month, or harvest each month, and then it keeps me busy every month, and we're not fast forwarding 3 months. There's always something we can get on with. Right, I'll get set to, and I'll get this all planted. Right, so we've run out of fertiliser, so we're going to have to nip and get some. Also, our David Brown is all finished, so we'll get him moved across into, I think we'll put him in the pea field, and then we'll spread the parsnips with some slurry, manure even, because we haven't got a slurry tanker yet. That's another thing we can look into. So we could double applicate and put manure and slurry on the parsnip field and see what the yield is afterwards. So I'll quickly run this over, and then we'll jump in the Land Rover Defender, and then we'll go get some more fertiliser, unless we've got any in storage. And there might be some in storage. I think there might even, actually I'm pretty sure there is. So we'll come and pick that up, and we'll take it to the field, and then we'll carry on drilling the corn, and then we'll bring Mr. Rollman, because he should be nearly finished rolling the parsnips, across to the cornfield, and then we can spread it. So lots going on, but we will get there. So let's get the beacons on and head down to the field. Right, that's the corn all drilled. So we're just going to fill up the drill. So we're ready for next time when we've got half a tank of fertiliser. So we're going to do soybeans. To be fair, I didn't actually need to put any fertiliser in for soybeans because it doesn't require it. But we'll let it use up that, and then it will it'll just stop once it's filled, and we'll carry on basically. Empty, and we'll just carry on. So we'll get that parked up in the field for next time. And for now, let's tab across to the roller. Let's take him to the cornfield. He's going to start rolling, and we're going to jump on the Renault. And we're going to start spreading some manure on the last field we've got down there. So I'm going to leave the David Brown there for the time being, just in case we don't have enough. I mean, if we can afford a slurry tanker or a spreader, we will buy it, and we can spread slurry on it. So let's get him off working. So obviously we've got both lots over here. So we'll move the truck back to the yard because it shouldn't be needed anymore. Not for today well, it might be. Depends if we get on with the soybeans or not. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, then we'll jump into the Renault and we'll get some of that manure spread across the parsnip field, and then if we run out and we're halfway across, we'll see if we can get a slurry spreader. And if we can, we'll spread some slurry, but if we can't, we will just carry on with plain old fertiliser this time, and I will look into slurry fertilisers. So let's get this put back in the yard. This Defender 90 is so much better than that Ford pickup truck. It actually does the job I need it to do. Right, so here we are. This is the Renault with our manure spreader. So I don't think it's overly big. So we've got about 5,000 litres in there. So let's see what it takes to fill this up. Oh, 4,499. So let's see. Ooh. So that is all of our manure in the one trailer. So we'll head over in the Renault now to the parsnip field. And then we'll try and get it spread. And we'll see how far this goes. I'm not expecting it to go overly far, if I'm honest. But hopefully it makes a dent in it. We've got quite a lot of slurry, like I say, so we will have a look into that in a minute. So I'll head over there now and we'll start spreading. Right, so that is all of our manure spread. So it was pretty cool, and there was some steam coming off it. It looked very, very good. Very nice little mod this is. But it's a shame we didn't have more, and I wish I'd known the manure pit didn't work, because I would have edited it a while ago. So I'm just going to run this back to the farm now, put it near the manure pit ready for when we get some more. Because it's definitely going to save on fertiliser costs. Not that we'll say this map started with a full tank of liquid fertiliser anyway, but the point is it saves, and it's better for the environment if we use off the cows, and that's the whole idea of having the cows. As well as making us lots of money on the milk, we like to spread their poo on the fields. So I'm going to take this back, and then I will go and get, or have a look to see if we can get a slurry tanker or spreader, and see if there's anything in our budget and our age range, and then we can get it across, and we'll finish that field solely with the cow waste product, and then we can see if it yields better with the waste product or artificial fertiliser. So let's go into the store. It's not a tanker we want. Is it tanker? Yeah, it's a slurry spreader. So let's have a look, see what we've got in here. So what's this one? 1930, so that is about right. Age. It's only a 2 square, so what's this one? 1950s, this is a 6 metre spread and it holds 3,000 litres. So we've got 1950s, I think that they're pretty much the same, just a different colour. That one is 1988, holds 20,000 litres and it's a 13 metre spread, 17 grand. And that's a 5 metre and holds 3, so I'm quite liking the looks of this 1988 one. That will probably be the kiddie. So we want a splash plate so it just makes it easier. So that gives us a 13.5 metre spread. So fill point, we'll have both sides just because it's easier. Side, we'll have both side points as well. We'll have both sides, so I think that looks quite good. Yeah, we'll keep the mount on there. And then do we make it a nice Renault orange? Because it will be on the Renault. That looks pretty cool, to be fair. Yeah, and we'll grey the wheels, it's extra 200 quid, but I think it's worth every penny. So let's get that bought. £17,700. An absolute bargain, to be fair. So I'm also looking into another Renault, which is this one here. She's only a baby, but I think it's going to help with the grass cutting. And I just think we're going to get one of these, and GM Agri has asked us to get one as well. So I thought, why not? They're really cheap, so it's definitely worth getting. So let's have a look at plates. And we're going to give this the plate GM. No, I don't know. To be fair, it's probably going to be more like 88, and then we'll call it GM for GM Agri. So there we go. So this is going to become part of the grass cutting fleet. So this will probably be on the mower most of the time and doing that sort of work for us. Right, so let's spend £5,000 on that as well. At least we can bring the tanker back on the front of that. So let's jump. We've got quite a wide range of tractors now, as you can see. And here she is, the new Renault to the fleet to go with the other one. So yeah, this will be primarily used on grass cutting. It's got a front lift arms as well, so I'm going to try and get a front mower to go with the back mower, just to make grass cutting a bit quicker for us. As you can see, the new setup is looking rather good. Right, so we're going to get this taken back. I don't know if this will run this tanker, to be fair, so I think we'll end up using the other Renault for Slurry, which is not the end of the world. I say this is going to be more our grass tractor anyway. We'll get the beacons off. Let's head back down to the yard. Right, so I thought I'd just chuck the mower on this. I thought I'd get a worker mowing. Oh, I'm not in the field yet. I thought we'd try and get a worker to mow this field for us while we were... No, it's might not work. Oh no, just let me do it now. They weren't quite in the field, so he's going to work on our new Renault. And he's going to mow this for us, and then I'll get him to tether it, and then we can bale it and windrow it later. Just another job off the cards then. We can get some more bales into the cows, because I want to add some more fully grown cows. Now I nearly took it to go and do the spreading, but I thought that field is quite steep, and I didn't want to get it trying to go up the hill and get it stuck, and then we couldn't get it out because this tanker is quite heavy. So it's a good job it's on flotations. But yeah, so this Renault's got plenty more power to pull it around. So we'll nip to the field and we'll see how far 20,000 litres gets us. So we've got 60 odd thousand in there. We've put 20 in here, so we've got 40 more thousand to play with. So we should have plenty of it to go. Right, let's run down to the field and see how we get on. I quite like the effects here. So you see the tankers sinking into the muddy ground as it fills up, and then as you try to pull out, she is sank. So there we go, two Renaults now in the same field. The bigger brother and the little brother, side by side. How cool is that? Right, let's get back to that other field. I think we've put some fertiliser on it, but for some reason it hasn't registered. So, well, we've got loads of slurry. Might as well chuck some slurry on it. Or the slurry application is more anyway, so we'll get it smashed out anyway. We'll chuck some slurry on it, and then at least we know it's definitely got some fertiliser on it. So we'll head back up there and get that done now. So there we are. We are all fertilised. So we've got the slurry on it, and there was just enough in that tank. So we're going to take this back to the yard. We'll get it filled up, and then we'll be ready for next time. So I don't know what we'll. I don't think we've got any more fertiliser we need to do for now, because we used liquid nitrogen, and we should have probably used the slurry. But never mind. It's not the end of the world. At least we are all up to date with our fertilising, and it is nice to be using some natural products. So this Renault is going to become the poo mover tractor. We'll use the other Renault for majority of the grass cutting. We might have to chuck the baler on this one. And then we've got the 996 constantly on the sprayer. The Fiat and the Case are our two big tractors for cultivating and doing the big work. So yeah, we're getting to use all the tractors in a nice fashion. We've got the other David Brown is actually sat on the trailer at the chickens doing the feed on that. So it is quite nice not having to move tractors around. But we have got a lot of tractors for a small farm. So we definitely need more land so we can expand our tractor usage a bit. So let's get this pulled up. I'll get it filled up so it's ready for next time. I don't know with Slurry if you can put 2 applications on, if it makes it a better yield or not. Oh, I'm going to have a look into that really. Let's get that switched off for now. Oh, best shut the gate for this worker because he's let's just find out where you have to click it. Just there. Hopefully he's not well stuck on that. So he should carry on getting stuck apparently. Let's just give him a bit of guidance. Right, so he's back on his way now. As you can see, pH and the nitrogen is pretty good across this field. Next time we will get this sown with, well, planted with soybeans. So we don't need nitrogen or fertilizer for soybeans, but if the slurry will let us chuck it on, we might put it on there if it's going to make any difference to the yield. The other thing I actually wanted to check, if we jump into this David Brown, we should be able to see now. So the nitrogen is perfect. It's actually over what it needs to be. See, it should be, we've got 100/0, so I don't think you need a lot of nitrogen for peas either by the looks of it. So what's this field doing? So yeah, nitrogen just bad there, but the rest of it's looking okay. So it's not great, not the best. So I think your liquid nitrogen's best. But if we'd had enough manure, which where did we do that? That's just here. It says it's perfect and good. So probably need to do both to get the best result out of it. But obviously we ran out of manure, so that was annoying, but never mind. At least we've got all the fields done, so they're all rolled and they're ready. So I think we're going to leave it there today, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, please leave them below. And if you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, you'll get a notification of when we plant the soybeans. And then we'll be moving on into harvest time. So, goodbye for now, and I'll see you next time.